apparently we're live.
Hopefully we're live.
Hooded one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we've got the mystical monk of madness here with us, so welcome to another Monday Club. Zoe isn't here because, unfortunately, she's got a migraine. So we're flying solo. We've got a wireless mouse that doesn't work, so I'm using a wired mouse, but it's all the way over there. So it's great to see you guys. I hope you're well. We've got FlyMoChem1, Jordan Hunter, Richard Swiderski, Ham Shackleton, Sarah Davies. Whoa! Whoa!
The chat's catching up with itself.
Oh my word! Like boom! Hillside Junction, Richard Swiderski, Andy Fryers Junction, Worthington Model Railway, Jordan Hunter, Plymouth North Road Station, RG Models 86, Patrick Ling, Anthony Neil, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, Orson Bricks, Marcus Muggins, 3B Rail, great to see you, Dion Wollaston, JTG Werewolf says good evening, Monday Clubbers.
Good evening.
Oh! Mike Lane, TT120, Neil Dance says evening all, just putting the Crimbo tree up.
Ooh.
Good man, good man. None of that putting it up in November nonsense.
No.
So it's great to see you all. Hope I find you well. I've got the hooded monk of.
I've got the hood. I've got the hood on. I'm not trying to be an edgelord or a Sith or all of that. There's a light here, and it shines right in my eye, and it blinds me. So I have the hood on.
You've never said this before, right? Let's just see.
No, but I don't want to upset your lighting.
Oh God, we look. Yeah.
So put it back like it was, and I'll just keep being the cool kid on the block.
What about there? Is that better?
No, it's fine. Honestly, just leave it as it is. It's fine.
No other guest ever complained about the lighting.
I'm not complaining. I've just done this. It's fine.
I'm not complaining. I'm just doing. Put my hood up and being an edgelord.
Do you have to play an intro and adverts and things? Because I don't know how to do any of that.
Yeah. Don't worry. It's all under control.
Have you done the training course?
I have done the training course. Yes, I am now authorised to hit the lever. So anyway. It's great to see you. It's been a while since you were last here.
It has, yes, it has.
You sound like really bored all of it.
No,
it's been a while.
It's just the ladders. They're my bane of my existence of ladders. I don't do laddering very well.
Do you not?
No,
so how come you've never moaned about this before?
I don't know. I'm just in a kind of mourning mood tonight.
Yeah.
It's all the fame of winning the YouTuber of the Year contest has gone straight to my head.
You? Did you?
Yeah. Apparently it was a fix though.
Yeah, Jim fixed it for you.
That's why I can't sit down. Right, okay. Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Oh well, roll VT.
Welcome to the Monday Club, your online model rail club for all the news, gossip, layout tours and more with your host, broadcaster and model maker, The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey. I'm flying solo here, so bear with me. There we go. Big thanks to TMC, the Model Centre. But yeah, there's a lot of people claiming fix, but honestly,
it was an open vote, and you can tell it's not fixed because there were all sorts of YouTubers on there, and they're all getting votes. So unless you know a way to get lots, have you got like loads of burner accounts so you can go around bad-mouthing Sam's trades?
I am not confirming or denying those accurate allegations whatsoever.
No.
Far be it from me to assess. What did Zoe put as the chat?
I have no idea
for
what
this
Zoe
week?
has put as the title.
Because she did this and she abandoned us.
Yeah, she does this. She makes up a title because she thinks, oh, that sounds interesting. But then she doesn't actually consult with me. So Zoe has come down with a migraine. So unfortunately, Game Hammer Classic Gaming Monday Night Live has been at the moment it's cancelled. So sorry about that. Anybody who's looking forward to that, but don't worry, we shall entertain you here
as best we can.
With both of us feel a bit lethargic today.
Well, Zoe fed me a huge spaghetti bolognese,
loads of carbohydrates,
and then I had two Leberkuchen, and a glass of whiskey and a big cigar. So I'm very overstimulated. I'm very tired.
I must admit, it's been a long day for me. I've been up since I got up at 11:30 yesterday evening, and I've been awake ever since. So it's been a long day for me.
I'm doing the Christmas shopping as well this morning.
I wasn't. I was at work.
No.
Had to go down to Bristol today, so it's been a long day.
Is Craig drunk then? No, Richard. It takes more than a tiny measure of Glenfiddich to get me drunk, mate.
That wasn't Glenfiddich.
What was it then?
Oh yeah, it was Glenfiddich.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Alan Pollock, great to see you. Says first time back for a few weeks. And Worthington Model Row says I got some of the new Bachmann passenger fitted Mark 1 coaches Friday. Look very good. Now I don't like the coaches with the pre-fitted passengers. What is your view on
it? Depends on the pre-fitted passengers. I recently fitted a few. I sacrificed a few of my older, cheaper figures, cut the legs off and put them in because I've got a Batman DMU that Simon Picture sent me, and it needs passengers in there. So I took the bodies off and put one or two in there. But yeah, you need something in there. I'd rather have something than nothing.
The thing is, though, when the coaches invariably end up parked in a siding, surely all your passengers feel a bit forgotten because they never got to their destination.
No. But when they're off scene, it doesn't count. Oh, pardon me, I'm so sorry.
JL Railways, yes, we did get your card. Thank you so much for that. Loads of people have been sending us cards, actually. They've come through the company address because I think people are sending us Christmas cards to the address that's on the back of the Monday Club badge packets. Yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. And Flymo Chairman 1, thank you so much. We're pretty much at low stock warning now. So at some point over Christmas, I think we're going to be ordering the next colour of badge. And they've done really well. And thank you so much, everybody who support this, including some of the retailers too, who've been supporting the Monday Club badge scheme. And it's just a really, really incredible. And J. Paul Anderson says, just bought a 9F at TMC, 92203 Black Prince. Thanks, Jenny. You're welcome, actually. Mm-hmm. I must admit, when it first came out, it was a bit pricey. But they've now got it at, I think it's about 44% off. I don't know. Somewhere there's a formula because 44%. You don't.
I got one of those Batmans from TMC at a special price, and you guys are now getting it cheaper than what my special price was. So
was it the Hornby one you got?
No, it was the Batman one.
Oh right, well that's why then, isn't it?
It was the Batman one. To be fair, they did weather it for me. It's very nice.
Haunted Railway Jake says, when did the green one come out? At Warnerley. We launched them at Warnerley. So it's not been that long. It just goes to show we probably need to order bigger batches.
So you do that. I think if you're going to do different colours, it makes sense to do small batches.
Yeah.
Because if you order 1,000 badges of one colour, you're never going to sell them all, are you?
Well, I don't know. You see, if we'd have ordered the same colour but twice as much, theoretically we'd now be at the point of reordering. But I think they wouldn't have sold as well.
No,
people like the colour change.
Yeah, I like that.
And I suspect a lot of people have bought a green one after having already bought
I
the blue.
did. So small batch and repeating those things.
Valley's 56XX says my Minith Tattoo tank wagon arrived today. Oh, brilliant! I still haven't seen one in the flesh.
Well, I am ordering some, but when I get paid, I get paid on the 20th, so that's when I'll be spending all my Christmas bonus money.
Chris Bish UK says a few of us have two wanting the collection. Oh, brilliant! So I mean that's
it's the collectible.
The collecting book. It's like, come get your candy.
Yeah.
But there's a few people saying that they've got their Locomotion No. 1. And that's kind of the big news at the moment. Locomotion No. 1 finally getting delivered. And you've actually bought one, haven't you?
I did with my own brass pound. Well, I've not paid for it yet, but yes, I have got one. I am paying.
You've got one, you've just not paid for it yet.
I haven't paid for it. It will be paid for. But yes, I have got a Locomotion 1.
Yeah.
And I've got a video coming out tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock on my channel if you want to see and hear my true thoughts on the model. But I'm going to just summarise. It's a great little model, but
there's always a but, isn't there?
Yeah, and if you want to run it on DC and just put it on your track and look at it every now and again and run it at 100 mile an hour, then spot on, fine. The problems I encountered all came because I wanted to run it with DCC sound.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people with the Hornby Rocket as well, it was kind of the same story.
Yeah, sure.
If you just put it on the track, running it on DC, and you didn't ever have to go into it or mess about with it, then actually it's fine.
Absolutely.
It's just, I understand why it's the way it is. It's a tiny locomotive.
It's minute. It really is.
I mean,
it's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous.
And the fact that all those rods,
I call them spider legs.
It's like a dyslexic spider on the dance floor.
They're brilliant.
But yeah, it's really, really. It looks a lovely model. Even the wheels as well.
With the big cast iron things.
They look like drain covers. For somebody's nicked from
apparently the reason they built that, they did them that way, it was in order to get it in and out of service quickly when they were changing the wheels over. At the Stevenson factory. I only know this because I was watching a video on the National Collections website about it, and they made them that way so they could swap them out quickly. I don't know why.
I think as well
because they put wooden plugs in the wheels.
Because they're strong but lighter than if you made them completely solid.
I think so, yeah.
I see quite a few new names. We've got Going to the Dogs, House of Cluck. Yaharic says, I received my Minith Tattoo wagons. One of the O-Gauge Monday Club wagon, just waiting for the second O-Gauge wagon. This is being weathered by TMC. Good. Thank you so much for supporting them. We kind of went out on a limb a little bit for O-Gauge. I wanted to try a different scale. A lot of people, they all make the case for their scale.
Well, of course they do.
And the honest truth is that I actually really quite fancied an O-Gauge one. So I thought, okay, we can test the water with O-Gauge. And I think going forward, double O-Gauge, for anybody else ever considering doing what we've done, double O-Gauge does sell really, really well. But I'm just saying, any other scales, I think you have to be absolutely certain because it's a lot of money to invest. And I think what we will do is offer up N-Gauge and TT120 and 009, but do them as a Kickstarter so that effectively we only pull the trigger when enough people have committed.
DJK 666, if you're converting a DC, a Cura scale locomotive from DC to DCC, you do have to look at some of the dip switches on the control board, depending on which decoder you're fitting to it. So do look at your instruction manual. It's not just a case of putting it on there. When you open your model, there's like a big red warning thing that says, do not run your model. You've got to check them. There's like dip switch settings.
Is this whether you've got like 6 full power
pretty much,
or 4 plus 2 or something like that?
So you've got to make sure if you're fitting a decoder to a DC version, you need to make sure your switches are set because they are different, and they are different depending on if you've got an ESU decoder in there, an ESU sound decoder, or just a run-of-the-mill DCC decoder. So do check that DJ K6666. That might be why you're having troubles, mate.
Alan Pollock says, I'd be interested, but not ordering via Rails or Sheffield. The Monday Club wagons, this batch, they're actually being distributed by TMC, the Model Centre. So I know some people have had issues in the past. So look, don't worry about it. It's they're available through TMC, the Model Centre.
Evening, John James C, the guru of
the guru
sound.
No, it's the guru sound. The guru sound. Yeah. Also had Oswestry Road. Great to see you. And DJ K666. I think asked if the Monday Club wagons were out. Yes, they are. People start getting them. Double O gauge and O gauge. Get your orders in. They are selling reasonably well.
When are you going to do an N gauge one, Jenny?
Yeah. When we get around to doing the
a TT one, Jenny?
Oh, I have
when
been asked
to do an
both.
NG7 one, Jenny?
On the 32nd of Never.
Oh.
I don't think there's enough. If we can't shift O gauge so quickly. And we knew that the O gauge was always going to be a little bit more niche, but unfortunately, they are quite low print run, which does put the price up. And yes, if we ordered like 150 of them, we could bring the price down substantially. But if we can't sell 25, then selling 150.
Evening, Richard Brighton from DCC Concepts in the chat.
Hello, great to see you.
Any questions for Richard about your DCC Concepts problems? Feel free to bombard him. He's in the chat now.
Yeah.
He'll love that.
I've just filmed a video actually on a DCC Concepts product, the frog changer thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
I keep wanting to say frog juicer, and in my mind is a picture of
With a blender.
yeah, Miss Piggy going, Kirby!
They do it for you, Kirby. Horrible.
Yes, anyway.
Squeal, Piggy. And now we're going to have loads of horrible Muppet impressions for the next half an hour. Very good. What are you doing? She's moving something.
I'm fixing the thing that's not done the thing it's supposed to. How about an O gauge Monday Club badge? One scale fits all. We can't change.
So let me get an O gauge Monday Club badge. So is the badge an O scale or is it says Monday Club O scale?
Can I just say
Clarify.
that the badge is the perfect size for a headboard in O gauge.
You've already got one. You've already got one.
So actually, the badge technically is O gauge. Right, I know, it's like, I laughed so much, I got a tear in my eye.
Evening, Andy Fryer from Sawyer's Models.
Didn't
say hello before, mate.
Andy Stewart as well, so it says, Andy Stewart says, can't get the image out of my mind, poor Kermit. Kermit Wormy!
Oh no, Miss P. What are we doing? Welcome to the Model Railway chat, by the way. Yeah.
Yes. The Muppet liquidizing is extra.
Let's just steer this vehicle back on chat.
There's younger people here who've probably like just enjoyed Muppets Do Manhattan, and then they're like, what? Yeah. Oh dear. Yes, the TARDIS has been spotted. Ruben Ashwell I saw spotted it a little while. Griffey says, "Greet me, ducks." Hey, come on, put your Rolf Farris impression back in the back.
Get the spoons out. There we are. Can we talk about Model Railways?
Yeah, anyway.
Is that all right?
Andrew Levigetta says, "Good evening all, or afternoon from the States. Sorry I've arrived tardy." Oh, hold on. I think we... I
don't think there's any juice in Gandalf.
Hold on.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. He's literally phoned his performance in tonight.
So, with the fact that Locomotion's now landed, you can buy yourself a Lion or a Thunderbolt from Rapido and Hornby.
Yeah.
You've got Rocket from Hornby. We had
the Rocket was really nice, actually.
We had a discussion about it. So what sort of locomotives do we need to see from that sort of era?
Yeah, what's next?
Yeah, there's got to be something. I think someone mentioned Planet earlier in the chat.
Planet, Patentee and Northumbria. Was it Northumbria or Northumberland? There are some of those really early locomotives would be quite interesting, but my personal favourite actually is if you fast forward like 30 years, steam locomotive design came on so quickly, and you get into the realms of things like Cornwall or Columbine, and they're actually preserved at the National Railway Museum. Those wonderful Victorian singles like the 222 and 422 locomotives.
Wonderful Victorian single sounds like an advert for something else.
Yeah. What?
Wonderful Victorian singles in your area.
Yeah. Hot bodice ripping action.
I actually think
showing a bit of ankle.
Rapido did something very similar to that when they released the Sterling single. It was hot, steamy singles in your area. So they're always one for yanking your chain and Rapido, aren't they?
Hey. Oh, you guys.
Like Andy.
Yeah.
You watching tonight, Andy? I don't think he is, are you? Andy from Rapido, you watching? Is anyone from Rapido watching? Let us know in the chat. Come on.
Well, the thing is, though...
The what's going on? Oh, he's slating us here. Oh, bastard.
No, he knows we're here. No, there are actually a lot of manufacturers that do watch the Monday Club,
Yes.
but most of them don't advertise. It's a bit like on that internet site, RM Web. They all read it, they just don't necessarily post, because you know that the moment they post, they'll be inundated with where's my model?
I think there's only a couple of manufacturers that I've ever seen getting involved with the plebs, if you will, and that would be a Curascale.
Oh, a Curascale. Actually, Fran has popped in once or twice.
He has, and Mr. New Junction as well.
Yeah, I've seen Patrick and Stephen as well, and of course New Junction. Mark Wilson asks, what was the first mass-produced steam locomotive? No, this is interesting because steam locomotives are pretty much one-offs or very, very small classes. And I would say that the first mass-produced steam locomotive was probably the Ramsbottom DX Goods, built by the London and North Western Railway, with examples, I think it was like 963. And they were very long-lasting. Sadly, none were preserved, although, strangely enough, a chassis from a withdrawn DX Goods locomotive survived until at least 1962.
I like steam engines, but just saying words, I'm going to have to Google
DX Goods is, if you ever played Railroad Tycoon,
I have not.
Then DX Goods did turn up in
John
that.
James says, bottom.
Bottom.
Les, Sharp Stewart, if it was going to be a Sharp Stewart, it's no secret, I want to see Furness Railway number 20. That is a lovely little locomotive.
Yeah.
Really want
we
to see
forget
that.
as well, Richard Brighton is here from a manufacturer and says that and Warner's want to charge us cash for us manufacturers to interact on RM Web.
Ooh, that's a bit much.
Yeah, I've heard that actually from a couple of other manufacturers.
DX Goods. Yeah?
Yeah, DX Goods. They are. Look, Wikipedia's got all.
Oh, it's a steam engine.
Oh, what did you think it was? Oh, you can't.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Looks like a ginty.
And they were actually very long lasting.
I like the open. See, I like open back cabs on steam locomotives, but you know when they've got a really short roof, I like that. DJK666
is having trouble signing into the TMC site. Unfortunately, we can't help you. We don't work for TMC.
Oh, but don't you work for everyone though?
Oh, apparently I'm in the pay of every manufacturer. So Hornby, Bachmann, Curascale, Daypole, Hellion, and all the others.
Don't forget KR Model.
When am I getting paid? Anthony says, John, I'm just DC for now starting out. Once I get going, I can always upgrade. Had 2 running the other day on the loop, and it was great. Oh, it's like a drug, isn't it? Stop it. Stop. I said a drug. Marcus Muggins says, Puffing Billy would be another prime candidate for a new model.
You know, when you Google Locomotion, you do get a lot of mention of Puffing Billy.
Yeah. Leslie Gilpin Railway says, early London and North Western Railway tenders survived until around 1980. And Craig, for FR20 is nice, but they must get the tender right.
Well, it's in preservation, so if they did it as preserved, that shouldn't be an issue, should it?
I mean, that's the thing, is that because the Sterling single ran for probably the best part of
wagon wheel.
But that ran with the wrong tender for best part of 100 years, and that was because when it was withdrawn, they preserved the locomotive,
scrap the tender,
but then they paired it up with, I think it was a Sturrock Goods tender, which was smaller, because they used it in publicity to say, look how far we've come.
Yeah, well.
So they deliberately made the Sterling single look weedier than it actually had in service. So that's the tender that the Sterling single has been paired with in preservation. And it's only comparatively recently that the National Railway Museum was actually able to source a correct tender for it.
I wonder if there's a Tender Appreciation Society.
I think the Dullmen's Club probably has an offshoot.
This is the Mark III tender from British Rail.
I think you'll find the pattern of rivets is ever so slightly further to the left.
This is the LMS Type 2 tender.
Or to the right, depending on which side you stand on.
That conversation just aged me by 4 years.
Griffey says, in fact, somebody needs to do all the Rainhill trials, locos and trains. See, Sanspirel...
And then we got the French nonsense that came over.
No, there was Novelty, Sanspirel, and the only other one I can think of was the Cyclopod, the one with the horses on the treadmill, which didn't...
That's what I want to see. I want to see a DCC-fitted animatronic horse, which pulls...
Oh, there'd be a way of doing it. You could have the treadmill go round, and the horses would be held above, and you just have the legs move like this.
No, I'm talking about an actual horse that crawls along the track.
I don't think so. Knockers Lane says the class number 23 is preserved. This locomotive model. Tis a beaut from era 1. I actually think that for me, I think there's 3 locomotives in the National Collection, which I think, if somebody isn't already working on them, now calm down, Andy from Rapido. We're not looking at you in particular.
She knows.
The Midland Spinner, Columbine, and Cornwall. Those would be my 3. Now you could go for Iron Duke, except Iron Duke is a broad gauge locomotive, so that might be a bit awkward.
I mean, if you come over for double O, it's not going to be that gauge anyway, is it? So,
well, you'd end up, it would be running on P4 track, but in double O, it's kind of weird.
It's already a wrong scale, double O.
Valley's 56XX says, I have a GWR Castle with an 8-wheel tender that was built originally for the Great Bear. I like an unusual tender. Well, yeah, no, because the Drummond water carts, if you have a look at like that fancy green one.
Didn't get any bogey tenders?
Yes, the S15 had bogey tenders. Richard Brighton says, we need a Kirtley. Yeah, I mean, there's...
Let me Google
I don't know, he's going to Google it. Actually... like, if you could have any locomotive made as a model that hasn't already either been made or announced, I think for me, I really like the Bowen Cook 08. Was it the 082 or the 084?
Apparently it's a Midland Railway 700 class, Kirtley. The Midland Railway 700s class, Mr. Brighton. Is that what you're on about?
Oh, is that the Midland Spinner, that one?
I don't know. Midland Spinner sounds like a nightclub.
Is that the 15... Oh, no, that's something else.
You clicked something else, Jenny.
I have. Oh, you've got to be careful clicking something else.
Is that the one, Richard? Is that the thingy? Is that the one that you're after, mate?
Yeah, up a bit.
Up a bit, down a bit. Yeah. Is that the one? Is that the one?
Richard Knowles says, I was thinking about an Irish version of EMP 4-gauge using S-gauge track. You see, broad gauge track, that's an interesting idea. Leslie Gilpin Railway says there was an 082 and an 084 from London and North Western Railway. I think it was the 082 that 3 of them lasted long enough to get BR number... Oh! What? I'm lost for words. I'm sorry. I feel like we shouldn't really feed you anything when you come here. It's like feeding a gremlin.
It's the cheese.
Oh, there was no cheat. You
Parmesan.
Yeah, but that was optional. You didn't have to opt. Oh, Jesus.
You always have to.
You didn't have to put cheese on your food.
I disagree entirely.
It was a condiment. Oh, for God. Oh, been on the Brussels sprouts already, says Marcus Muggins.
Well,
Castle.
Christmas time.
I like this one. Castle Hill Light Railway. the winds of change. It is an ill wind that blows.
I see. I can.
Mark Wilson, the wax of the DeLorean, says, "What came first, HO or Double O?" HO actually came first, which I think was something like Marklin or
American, European, isn't it? Can I just briefly interject? The reason I have
you've interjected
legendary
enough,
flatulence is caused by several genuine medical conditions I have. Right? Okay. It's not. It just happens to be a hilarious medical condition.
Yeah, but it's the squeak. At least part your butt cheeks and
they
play.
are parted. Would you believe that?
Oh my word!
Absolutely.
DJK666 DX Goods, and if you're not down with that, it's got 2 words for you. No, but the DX Goods, they lasted until the 1930s. The LMS actually withdrew the last of them. However, it was either 5 or 6 that were sold to a rail line in Belgium, and they actually lasted through to the 60s. And there was a chassis of a DX Goods that was used to power a winch on, I think it was Sheep Pasture Incline on the Cromford and High Peak Railway. And it was replaced by electric motors, and then they closed it a few years later. But I can't find any reference to what actually happened to that chassis of a DX Goods, because I presume by a chassis it would include at least the crank axle, the pistons, all the valve gear, the cylinder block. So actually you would have enough there to rebuild a DX Goods, because boilers and fireboxes are consumables.
I did see an interesting article once upon a time about electric steam at York.
Oh, is that
they use the overhead wires to heat
Switzerland during the war?
No, in England, in York. They had some in York. And they use the overhead wires to generate to heat a boiler,
like a literal electrical.
Like a kettle,
Can I just say, during the Second World War in Switzerland, even though Switzerland was neutral, but they couldn't get supplies of coal for the steam engines, so they actually fitted them with a big kettle element and like a pantograph, and they would boil the water like a big electric kettle. Not Lobia Model World, big hello to you. Great to see you, Les. Hope you are well. Says Merry Christmas. See you in 2025. You know you've got like 2 weeks left.
Richard Brighton. During the war.
During the war.
During the war.
During the war.
During the war. With me pipe. During the war.
Yes. But the thing was, it was like he'd been to sea on every ship and sunk.
Richard Brighton.
No, during the war. That was what's his name from Only Fools and Horses. And they asked him. They said, "You were in the Navy. Can't you navigate by the stars?" "Well, yeah, but I was an engineer, and the engines tended to go in the same direction as the ship." Right. Hello, Skipsy Trains. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah. Uncle Albert. DJ Sarah Hall. Great to see you. Will Tucker says latest Thomas the Tank book. Fartquar, the smelly engine.
Well,
DJ K666 says, I'm looking for a C2X class at some point as a southern boy. PN Motorsports, Games and Trains. Evening all was here from the start. I think there's a few people who've slunk in. So Gandalf has pre-recorded. I said you pre-recorded.
No, he hasn't. He's giving up the ghost.
Are you in there, Gandalf?
She's spanking Gandalf rapidly. No.
I think.
Have you pictured the wrong Gandalf?
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Are you all right in there, Gandalf?
No, the tag on my hoodie is actually a piece of armour. Oh, and I've not done anything.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's like an afterburn or something.
It says Furigan and E30, which is a brand of motorcycle armour.
Knockers Lane says yellow tag on Craig's hoodie. So what it says is if lost, return to
That's
Bubble
orange,
Skelly,
that's
lost and
orange,
found.
not yellow.
Gandalf is probably in the biscuit tin. Oh yes, Vic Freak. Yes, the Monsell Z class. I also like the S1, the Robinson S1. They were a big 084 hump shunter.
I've been called worse things.
Yeah, RG Models 86. That's the Fallout. Yes, what goes up must come down.
Absolutely.
Oh my word!
Yeah. Everything's starting to rust now as well.
To what?
Everything's starting to rust in here now because of that.
Where the hell is that? Oh, talk to the nice people. Sorry.
What have you done?
Somebody's knocked the camera.
That might have been me.
Yes, it might have been you.
I'm not a small unit, Jenny. You might have escaped your Ken, but I am not a small unit. This is not a large loft. And I have to secrete myself into here.
Yes, you do.
Regular intervals.
Can I just say, you definitely secrete yourself.
I've tried my best. And it's just...
that'll have to do. Right, so if everybody's recovered from their motion sickness, all right.
Ben Tullett has asked to join.
G'day, Mel's. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Dave Holloway says the Royal Train Class 47 was an exclusive for Kerno models. A lot of great exclusives out there, I must admit, over the years. And we're doing a video on Friday covering the AGR model railway stores exclusive 009 commissions. Naive Gauge, our member for 15 months, as TMC Christmas sale 40% off. Black Friday sale 30% off. Oh wow. And DJK666 says Irish P4 is 21mm gauge and you can get the components and gauges. Yeah, I was talking to Fran about this because I said surely Irish railway models like P4 or EM should be what they just ship with, because it's like even more stupidly narrow gauge. I mean,
I think Ben from Hellion does a lot of Irish modelling, doesn't he?
Ben Jones, yes, he does, because I actually gave him some of the samples that come from Irish rail models to be reviewed. I gave them to Ben because I knew that he was into that sort of thing.
He's into that sort of thing, you know.
No, it's like, Father, are we into that sort of thing now?
No, Ted, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, PTTT120.
Great to see you. Says, now then, congratulations to the people's poet.
The rough crowd's coming in now.
Oh, are they?
The
yeah.
TT crowd, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the peasants.
With their correct scale track.
Oh,
correct gauge track and everything else, you know.
Yeah, they're like...
Lardy-die, gauge track, and all this.
Richard Brighton says, I hear you're a racist now, Father. If there's anybody from Acura Scaling, we do apologise. It's only Richard, and he's riffraff anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Are you watching Mr. Junction? I know you sometimes
New Junction.
In the corner.
New Junction. New Junction. Hashtag not a cult.
It sits in the corner making this noises, waiting and watching.
Yeah. Anthony Anderson says, any chance you can get to Metcalfe in 2025 will be good to have a look around. I've never actually spoken to Metcalfe. I don't believe they do shows. So
no, they're very,
unless you get to see them at like go and visit them. I don't really have any
but I don't think they've got
any
a showroom
contact
as such, have they?
Oh, so it's very hard then. I know that Richard Brighton, I believe, has contact, so maybe he can hook us up with a visit.
Richard Brighton.
Yes. Ben Davis says, hi Jennifer, if I ordered a train today from TMC today, we'll get them before Christmas Day. What's today's date?
Yes. Definitely one of those.
I believe the 16th, which is today, is the final day to post. I wouldn't bank on it, but you may get it, but I don't think they guarantee that you get it. Is the best way I can describe it. You might have to specify a premium dispatch service.
Richard Bright says you can ask if you want. They'll give you a tour of all the printing presses, etc. Apparently, he asked them to go to Smurf. That's a settled model railway festival, which is next year. Richard Bright, what's the date of that, by the way? I've put it in the chat. I've forgotten. I think it's in July, isn't it?
Smurf.
Yeah. Smurf.
I always thought, whenever I see it written down, I always think of Triton trying to pronounce Smurf. Good.
What's happened is he basically managed to take over the entirety of Settle.
He has,
and turned it into a model railway activity.
Which admittedly, Settle's not that big, so it isn't hard.
A very beautiful place.
Yeah. Yeah, where in Settle?
All
Richard
of
Brighton?
Settle.
All of Settle.
Whereabouts in Settle? Yes. All the Settle.
Yes.
All the Settle.
So, will there be catering? Yes.
There's actually some really nice places to
that Chippies, really good
There's
Chippies.
a beautiful Chippies on the road there.
Peachy TT120 TMC offer pre-Christmas up until Thursday this week, but you have to pay for it.
You have to pay for everything. The nickel and dime you call them.
You can have a gold-plated Rolls Royce if you pay for it.
Right on track. Is that you, Chris? If so, thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
Yes, John
Just-
JMC, the Guru of Sound.
What's
Yes,
John
we
saying?
have talked at length about Locomotion.
We have indeed, John.
Yes.
Yes.
New
There
Junction.
he is.
Oh,
I knew you
we
were there,
knew you
Richard.
were.
You little bugger looks you just
So,
sat there going, "Oh, I'm
hello,
listening, I'm
hello,
listening."
Richard at New Junction. Are you busy? Are you? He was telling me the other day actually that he'd driven thousands of miles for work. So, he is late. So, Gandalf, now come
Well,
on.
he's been very busy boy, Richard.
Behave yourself,
He's been
Gandalf.
messing with his layout.
Monday Clubber is never late, Toto Wackens, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. He's putting the kids to bed.
He's been putting speed cameras up on his layout as well. He's got these little 3D
Speed
printed
cameras?
ones from
Oh,
Rails.
come on. If you've driven 4,000 miles in the last few weeks, you know full well as we do,
Yeah.
the last thing you need in your life
No,
is
no,
speed
He wants
cameras.
to do it.
Hey.
He wants to do it.
Ah,
But
dear.
what I ordered from Model U at the minute, I don't know if the offer's still on, but it was like 25% off, and they had like a pack of photographers. And because I'm modelling like a heritage railway, what is one thing you see at heritage railways?
What, speed
People
cam?
taking pictures, not speed cameras, you bother.
I wasn't paying attention.
But it's just very, very nice to sit there with your paint and just painting a few of these little Model U figures. You get a little bit of blue, a little bit of black tack, and you stick it up their end. And then you've got them on the pole and you just paint them away. It's very, very nice.
Oh, okay, yeah. Big hello to Simon Snow. It's great to see you.
And related to Jon Snow
and
of the news.
Probably. Yeah, the man, the myth, says Pirate Scorcher 1998 in reference, I think, to New Junction, having banged his head at the mention of his name underneath his lair. I always get the impression he's got us on in the background and he's working away underneath his layout. Going, where did that wire go? I'm sure I put it here somewhere. He's only just put in point motors.
The thing is, he said hello and he disappeared again.
He did actually, yeah.
He just sat there laughing and plotting.
Yeah. How little they know.
Yeah. He's working on that TT 120 model.
The fact that he didn't.
I shouldn't have said anything, should
I can't say anything.
I can't say the word.
Yeah. Just reading through the comments. Naive Gage, how should I deal with my girlfriend who will likely give me an item of clothing that she likes as a Christmas present when I would rather have a new locomotive? Aha, I have a solution.
Dump her.
Give her a locomotive, and then when she goes, what am I supposed to do with this? Oh, you don't want it? I'll have that.
Oh, just dump her, get rid of her, and buy another.
Yeah,
train.
she's not a keeper.
No, absolutely not. You don't need that.
It's actually the case that if you're with somebody who's really quite indifferent to model railways, it's actually it means that all of this little empire is mine,
Pretty much,
mine alone.
yeah.
I don't have to bother about it. And then they do this retro gaming.
Can I just
thing.
say that my Becky's the same. She couldn't be any more indifferent to model rails. But the other day, funnily enough, I lost the step off of Locomotion.
Okay.
The steps just willingly fall off at will because I don't think Hornby used any glue. They just sort of
They're held on with unicorn
static
tears.
grip. Anyway, they fell off and I couldn't find it. She walks in and goes, "It's there," and she's zeroed in on it on the carpet. And bear in mind, it's like a little tiny plastic thing, and she found it immediately. And I said, "How did you do that?" She went, "Oh, it's just there. Just show it." That's not me.
That's the Tumble of Clowns.
Yeah.
I don't know. They've got gas, haven't they?
Rapid fire gronk. You're going to blow your chip doing that,
You reckon?
Yeah, because you're sending 1,000 different, hundreds of little signals
What,
to it.
just
It's going to go,
brick
"What
it?"
do you want?"
Make your mind up.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Richard Grunter says no, sack her off. Well, that comes later.
I've already had to deal with my sister-in-law letting some drunken friend post things on their behalf on their Facebook page. And it's like, there's relatives on here, you know.
Yeah, so we can see everything now.
Knockers Lane says, open up a spare parts for Hornby Locomotion number 1, be a millionaire within a week. Yeah, but you won't get the supplies.
No.
Hornby will have some spare parts, but not for long.
No, not for steps anyway.
New Junction says, you're on the TV while I cook tea.
Ooh, what we're having for tea, Richard?
Oh, what we having? Oh, beans on toast, eh? Ooh, living the dream. go to work for a Curascale, they said. Have loads of money, they said.
Richard Bright says, can I come and do a show with you guys in the new year? I have authority from the Donny Show to do a competition. Ooh, that sounds very good.
Yes, you may.
Shall we do it at Sawyer's?
Well, I don't know, but the thing is, I'll do it at Sawyer's. I have to go home afterwards. And technically, this is closer than Sawyer models, not Sawyer's.
Yes, but you're right. It is Sawyer model, but when you're talking about the models within they would be Sawyer's.
Oh, he's doing pasta. We've had pasta. We had spaghetti bolognese. Oh. And then you went and put bloody cheese on it. Oh.
Yes.
Richard Bryan says, do it. Said, but we'd need accommodation afterwards. That's the only thing. And don't get us wrong. Love to do it, but we would need to stay over.
Sleep over.
Yeah. Ooh. Evening running on Ribblehead. Oh. We can get all of our southern locomotives out, because I know that Richard Johnson really loves a nice southern locomotive crawling across his viaduct. Haunted Railway Jake says, same Jenny, and Miss Love Cheese on hers. Love Craig. Ooh. A lot of people getting done over by autocorrect tonight. Yeah. J94, great to see you. I think I'm going to say it's first I've seen you posting. So.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wackens, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
PTTT120 says, and Jenny's channel sponsor is, I don't know, but mine is Sawyer Model of Lee. Go there, good many time, good price, friend, yes.
I do you a nice price.
Special price, Habibi, for you, my friend. Because it's really carpet salesman, and I'm sorry for the bad impression. It's fine.
Oh dear. No, but actually, sponsor, I don't know, take your pick. Train-O-Matic, Clark Railworks, TMC, remember that?
Picked you back of the queue. Go on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, TMC came on board last. And they go, yeah, but DCC Concepts isn't on the list. Well, look, if somebody from TMC wants to come over, we did try and get Howard on, actually. It's just schedules and the fact that we are quite a long way. He always looks like he's been caught at a bad moment. Like, oh.
Richard Brighton says that him and James have just had a crispy edge.
A what?
They've got crispy edges. Richard Brighton and James have got
crispy
edges.
Edge?
Yeah, they've got crispy edges.
What is a crispy edge?
They've got crispy edges. They've got crisp around their edges.
Crispy.
James and I have just had tomato and mascarpone pasta bake.
Oh.
And it burnt a little bit around the edges, so they've got crispy edges. What on earth did you think I meant?
Chiseling it off the edge. Chiseling the residue.
Hard cheese. Hard cheese.
Slightly crispy burnt cheese.
Oh, that's very similar to the other sound, isn't it? You know the sound.
Well, I'm afraid I can't make that sound. PGTT120 says Howard's in love.
With who?
Oh, is he? What, with you?
Richard Brighton says, great! You'll be doing that a lot, mate, by the way, in the future, just FYI.
Naive Gage says, Jenny, how do you choose your sponsors? What reasons would turn out a sponsor?
They choose her.
I believe they choose us. Beggars can't be...
because Jenny just sits there going, eeny, meeny, miny.
Come bring me nice things.
A Curascale this week, yes, I will.
No, what? Okay, I'll let you into a secret how it works. Some of them approach me. And some of them, you build up a good working relationship, and eventually, you do a deal. I don't know; it just kind of happens. I just drift through life. But no, in all seriousness, what you got to remember with the sponsor is, people don't give you money out of the goodness of. Well, sometimes they do, but sponsors tend not to. It's a business transaction. It's about you've got to be able to give them something that's worth the same, if not more, than what they're paying you.
And can I just say, you do often get approached by people that will want to give you.
Oh, do you get those?
They want to give you things, but I'm not accepting it because I don't want to just start shilling stuff.
Yeah, but no. So do you get the emails where people go, we see your YouTube channel, we think it would be a great place, and they're trying to give you like electric bikes or or Bitcoin scams, and it's like, thank you so much, Richard Brighton. Sent a whole pound. Thank you so much, Richard Brighton.
So after YouTube check their skim of that, you'll see about 30 pence of that, won't you, Jim?
Something like that.
Richard Brighton, multimillionaire, sent £1.
He's not a multimillionaire.
He's a multimillionaire. I've seen the bank balance.
I've seen his house. He's not a multimillionaire.
That's his shed, Jen.
No.
That's where he keeps his strength.
Yeah, but David Shaw says, "Evening all, my Monday Club wagon arrived. How do I pronounce its name? It's Mineth Tatus. Tatus. Not Tatus. It's Tatus.
Or Tatus, as I used to call it.
Leslie Gilpin Rowan says, Martin Zero's done 2 electric bikes now. Never bothered watching those shows. Yeah, nobody else did either. If you look,
Who's Martin Zero?
It's a YouTube channel that does like historical, exploring old history stuff. But normally gets like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. The electric bike video that he'd been hit up by one of these people and thought, yeah, I'll have your free electric bike, had like 5,000 views.
No. Andy Fryers Johnson says, I'm very happy being Craig's sponsor. He's great. Thank you.
Never came to me.
No. Well, you've already been approached by everyone in the dog, aren't you, really?
What's that? Richard Brighton, be careful, says New Junction. They'll start taking their clothes off. Hashtag poor man's strip club.
Here you go.
Oh no! We don't want to see a bit of nipple. Stop it. Richard Nisbet says that's just wanted to say no to Gulfstream. I just had to say no to Gulfstream. I know Gulfstream, don't they do jets?
Yeah.
I do that. It's like, and the Monday Club's coming from you somewhere mid-Atlantic in our Gulfstream private jet.
Richard Brighton said he emptied the change jar and paid you what you're worth.
J. Paul Anderson says, Jenny, care to comment on Lily Phillips's action? Who's Lily Phillips?
Never heard that name before in my life.
Not familiar with that name.
I'll do a quick Google. Bear with me. I will do research.
Harry Cedric says, the moment at last of my new arrival is this. The Hornby R4227 LNER Coronation Observation Car number 1719. And after I have with 4 set of coaches in 8 bodies. Yes, you got the full set. Andy Fryers Junction says, we can talk.
Look, here you go, look. He's got the big guns in. I'll be chucked outside in a minute now.
Yeah, that's right. I'll give you everything he can give you and more. Oh, dear. From trains to nipples, says Raymond Legs. This one has gone off.
It's that nonsense. Oh,
what is this?
That's like Lily Phillips person. It's not relevant, mate.
What on earth is it?
It's just tosh, isn't it? It's just noise.
It's attention seeking.
It's nonsense, man. I wouldn't want to be under one.
Look, trust Richard Brighton to know all the details.
He knows everything.
Ham Shackleton says, you can do a show from the Gulf Stream. It's in the North Atlantic water current. It's like, here we are in our brand new Gulf Stream, tossing around in a little rubber dinghy that we bought in a shop in Cowes.
Andy Fryers says, more farting, please. Your sponsor demands it.
Oh, my word, no.
But then if he sponsors you as well, that means, there's...
Ben Davis says, Jennifer, have gotten you a Curascale Andrew Barclay MP class. I haven't seen the new ones, but I've got several of the when they were produced by Hattons. I don't believe they've changed. Richard Watson, aka New Junction, will be able to put us straight on that. But my understanding is that nothing's changed. It's the same tooling. And actually, I'll say that the Andrew Barclay, I've got 2 of them. They run incredibly well. Love those models. And I've got 2 of the P class as well, and they run really well. Love those models. New Junction says not changed yet, as Hatton's ordered. Nick Garolimo asks, Jen, are your signals operational? Yeah, they are actually. I think. What number is that? 50.
I don't know.
I can't read. So. Oh, my eyesight.
Andy Fryer says, watch for a parcel coming to you this week, Jen. Oh, he's sending you stuff. See?
So did they just change?
I don't know. Did you hear what I
said? Parcel.
Andy's sending you free stuff.
Oh, thank you so much.
Andy Fryer,
it's very kind of you.
The parcel coming to you this week, Craig.
Is it a boxing glove?
I don't know what he's sending you. Andy's sending you the thing, so there you are.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind of you.
I'm going to see read the hat and Secure Scale Andrew Bartley. I ordered one, and mine wouldn't run at all. It was very bad. Richard Watson knows about this, by the way. I sent him all the pictures and all.
All right, so you're not just bitching,
No,
but
no,
not
no, no,
actually contacting the manufacturer.
No, I did.
For a
I
resolution.
contacted the manufacturer about it straight away, and of course, because it's Secure Scale, they do the whole lifetime warranty thing, and I've got a new one coming now, so it's fine. So quite clearly, they've found something wrong with it. But I think that's a nice thing when a manufacturer offers a lifetime warranty. I know we're seeing it now with DCC Concepts as well.
Yeah,
they're offering a lifetime warranty. Curoscale.
Well, I think technically, I think DCC Concepts already did on a lot
on
of the
certain
products.
lines, but I think it's now everything.
So, like the Cobalt Point motors,
I think so. Yeah,
it's the lifetime of the original buyer. So, if you buy one as the moment you're born and you live to be like 110, then they will warranty it for that.
I think they did a live stream testing the point motors, and it changed like 15,000 times.
It did change a lot.
Like
I know, because I was working there actually when that was set up.
No, DCD Concepts were first. Richard Brighton, we were first. LMAO, yes.
Can I just say, does that mean so? Richard Brighton, did it rankle a little bit when Accurascale won Innovation of the Year for lifetime warranty when you were already doing it? Richard Gruter's, it's the lifetime of the original purchaser. But New Junctions, it's the lifetime of the model, not the user. But like after it's led a hard life through multiple owners, never raced or rallied, but
warranty
mistreated
never transfers, does it? That's the thing. Warranty is always with the original purchaser. So if I bought a model and then you bought it off me, you wouldn't get any warranty with it whatsoever. Nothing at all.
Ben Davis is out of Rapido Trains, Drummond, HR Green, Jones Goods. Want one? Do you think go best? I've got the green one. I like it. It's
what's that on the turntable? That's pretty.
That's a Southeastern Chatham Railway C class.
Very pretty.
And Chris Bish UK says lifetime on the DCC Concepts point motors was a seller for partnering with Pounds. Very happy with them. They're really good, actually. I haven't changed all of the point motors because some of them are just deeply inaccessible.
Right. You had a big upgrade session, didn't you?
I did have a big upgrade session, and I changed probably, I would say 4/5 of the point motors got changed for IP digitals. I'm really pleased with them, actually. So, like, if I pull, let's see, if I pull this lever.
I think there you go. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
And now I've got to pull it back because the train's coming. But yeah, I'm really pleased with those. And they sort of glide across rather than go thump.
Yeah, I think John James C recently went to see Richard Watson. He's also joined the Cobalt family, apparently. He has. He didn't want to do the work himself, so he paid a lackey to do it for him.
They're actually surprisingly easy to set up.
If I can do it, Jen,
I would say they're easier than setting up solenoids.
I'm a buffoon.
Although Richard Brighton, Accurascale deserved to be rewarded for the initiative, but it should have been a different category. And Rick Morley says, bye everyone, 009 meeting tonight. Have a good week. Take care. And tell everybody that Jenny didn't send you, but she sends her regards. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget as well. Oh, thank you so much. Flymo Chairman says Jenny in 3D, but I model you. Follow that link if you want your very own Jenny. There might be two different ones of me now. And yeah, Ham Shackleton. It's like a used car. One owner, but they don't tell you that owner was Hertz. Yeah. Yes, Hertz. Putting the hurt back into car rental.
John Penny says, hi Jenny, sorry if this has been asked before, but how big is the loft layout? It's not, it's big, but it's not as big as it looks on camera.
I don't know.
It's not small by any stretch of the imagination.
I would say it's about what? I think we worked it out at about...
foot,
no, it's about 18 feet by...
18 that way, obviously, yeah.
18 by maybe 15, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's pretty square.
I mean, it's big, but it's not the biggest.
Why are you shouting at me again, Richard? What have I done this time? What have I done? What have I done now?
Bankman Obsessed 23 says top tip for anyone starting out in 00 gauge: Pico Code 75 concrete track. I would certainly go code 75 if I was starting from scratch. I would go for the final scale. It does look so much nicer.
I like the chocolate density concepts. The bullhead stuff's really nice.
I've just realised why he's shouting Craig. I think you said like it's not as big as it looks on camera.
I made an innuendo. Yeah,
you did, yeah.
I didn't actually mean that. Thank you, Mr. Brighton.
If there's ever an innuendo required, Richard Brighton will give you one.
Yes.
Ham Shackleton says reverse TARDIS. I used that N1 of my books. The Sidrat is smaller inside than the external dimensions suggest. That's a bit like a travel lodge bedroom, isn't it?
yeah.
It's like smaller on the inside than the outside.
Can I just say that I always judge the quality of a travel lodge room by if I can see the TV from the toilet. That is a standard to which I hold.
Can I just say that one at the airport in Birmingham? It's like, I don't know where they got the TVs from, but they might as well have got postage stamps.
Yeah.
I think the bracket it was mounted on was bigger.
I'll tell you what, the TV at the Yankee Dons Arena when we still at Gets, wow.
Oh, that was good. I
felt like a king. It was fantastic. It was huge.
That was top tier. And when you went out your room, you could actually look out over the football pitch.
I didn't want to leave the room. It was great.
Well, actually, can I just say that we're not sponsored by them, but the Hilton hotels.
Yeah, they're really. You see where your money goes.
Oh yeah,
really do.
And a good breakfast as well.
I didn't go for the breakfast.
Did you
It was £20.
It was actually worth £20. I would say it's worth £20.
Was it all you can eat, or was it like here's your?
Oh yeah,
here's
just
your...
keep going back.
Well, in that case,
sitting like mixing with the highlights of the industry, people like Richard Watson and Pete Waterman and some other people. Malco Blue says, did I miss much? I had to get some jelly and custard and make a cup of tea. Jelly and custard, that I remember that from kids' parties when I was little.
Richard Brighton, what's
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wackens, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
He wants to know if you're coming to Doncaster this year, Jenny.
Probably, yes. Probably. And yeah, Andy Friars Junction, yes. London is expensive.
Yeah.
Been looking for hotels for Ali Pally.
I've not been yet, and I'm trying
can I
to
just
avoid
actually
going to
the
London.
one that because I ended up there last time I was there as guests of KR Models, and they put me up in I think it was a travel lodge, but it wasn't the nearest travel lodge, but it wasn't too difficult to get to and from. It had really good parking that didn't cost you anything extra. And actually it was quite nice and not unreasonable. I mean, like, there's always a London premium, but it wasn't too much extra, as it were. And in fact, the guys from KR Models were all in a different hotel. They didn't want the riffraff sharing with them. And actually, when they came back, we had a meal at the one that I was staying at, and they were like, this is better than ours. Yeah. And like theirs was like almost like a DOS house. It was like, easy white clean floors and stuff.
Oh,
that like wall to wall lino. So just in case there's a spillage.
Simon Pitcher, good evening to you. Good to see you, mate.
It's great to see you, Simon, and thank you again for your amazing generosity. You may see on the layout, actually, we've got your Class 27 and Class 16 doing the rounds that you've very, very kindly sent to the channel. And I've fitted them with HM7000 decoders, so I can...
You're going to blow a decoder doing that.
You reckon?
Absolutely. Rapid fire commands. It's good. Actually, Richard Brighton, you're the DCC man. Would repeatedly smashing two different function buttons like this, rapid fire, would that cause a problem ultimately to the decoder? Would it make it go pop?
Turn it up to 11. Spinal Tap for the win.
I think it would.
I don't think it would, because it'll just cue the commands.
Boom.
I don't think it would blow it up, because it's not trying to play them at the same time. It basically will buffer and cue the commands. And there's probably a stack limit, which essentially means it can only cue a certain number, and after that it will just ignore other commands.
It says one hurt the decoder and it might break the handset. Yeah, but with the NCE power cab, to be fair with you though, you can take all this off quite easily and you can replace it all. Because what can happen on the power cabs is, the roller thing. Yeah. The little sensor can...
I don't use that. I honestly never use the roly thing.
How do you change your speed then?
Increment fast.
Oh, okay.
They move it up by 10 and those move it up by 1.
Oh, No,
Did you not know?
Well, I use PowerCab, but I don't use it a lot. It's a good bit of kit, but yeah, I didn't know you could do that. But you can replace it all anyway.
Can you?
Yeah, you can take all that apart. I watched a few videos when I first got one. Very clever. Good bit of kit. It really is. I think it's really understated.
Yeah, I just. There we go.
The encoder, yes, John, that's the one. The encoder, yes. Not the little twisty swirly thing, as I call it. That's a technical term. What's happened? It's all gone quiet on the bridge.
Yeah, it's not responding to. Oh, there we go.
Just for a split second, she thought she'd broken it.
Yeah.
Just for a second, you're thinking.
Andy Fry's Junction says can't use trains as we've got the trade stand, so we'll need the van. Yeah, driving in London. The fun enough, actually, can I just say, the travel lodge where I stayed. You talk to the nice people. I'm going to find out where this is, and I run the risk of I'll name it on the channel, and by the time he gets to it, everybody will have
I've
booked
done
it.
my level best to avoid going to London as best I can.
I wouldn't live there. Let's put it that way.
No.
So Alex,
I've never been to Ali Pali, and I can't gauge it in terms of how good of a show it is or isn't.
And the place actually where I stayed was right on the underground too. So
the tube station.
Yeah.
You slept in the tube station.
No, you wally. I'm trying to figure out where. It wasn't like Edmonton or something, was it?
Don't go inside of the N25, says Jerrick.
No, I would say that's probably sage advice.
It's one of them.
There's a place called Clown Town.
Oh,
with their big floppy clown shoes.
Clownton.
Let's see, travel. I'm sure. No, it might have been a Premier Inn actually. Premier Inn.
I'd be expecting an affluent company such as Bachman to put you up at like Buck House or something like that.
Well, there's quite a few at the right. Oh, there's a cheap one here. Which one was that?
No, that'll just be a shed, Jen. Don't stop there. 40 quid a night in London. That's not right. That's going to be a shed, is that? You won't have a van in the morning if you stay there.
It's next to a Marks and Spencer's. It can't be that bad. Let's have it. That's the wrong side of. Right, what have we got? I'm trying to find the one that I stayed at. It was actually really good, and the parking was
I have
really
no
good.
idea. It wouldn't really. I mean, I'm
There's
sure.
one there for 42 quid by Tottenham Hale Railway
You'll have
Station.
to stay there for 16 years to get that rate, though, Jen.
No.
That won't be a one-night thing. It's my worst show, Ali Pally, said John James. See, why is that, mate? In fact, what is the general opinion of you folks out there that have been to Alexandra Palace? I know from manufacturers and exhibitors. Go on.
Right.
You found it.
Premier Inn, Southgate Hotel. I can vouch for it. It's just over from Southgate Tube Station, and it's one of the cheapest showing here for last minute things. Free parking. Make sure your van's low roof. Anything more than a low roof transit won't get in the car park. I'll warn you that now. But actually, that was really nice, and the route to get to it, it was like, and it's like a rat run. So unless you were a local, you didn't know the way through.
Richard Bright says Ali Pally used to be a great show, but didn't really recover after the pandemic. I suppose that's something that a lot of people don't think about.
I have to say that actually, last couple of times I went, it was all right. But I never saw it before the pandemic. John Pinney says, no, but I use track screws, easy to take track up and move if you change your mind. Oh, it's a good idea. You can also, you can actually, with a hot glue gun, very carefully just sort of tack your track down until you're happy with where it's going to go.
Super glue and activator works as well.
Yeah, but that's like basically committed. John JMC, the Guru of Sound, says it's my worst show, Ali Pally. I've only exhibited there once. Les and I actually took Minith Tattoos down there, and we actually had a blooming good time. I know War World Scenics did struggle a bit because they got stuck on the M4. There was a huge pile-up. They weren't in the pile-up. They were stuck in the traffic behind it for something like 8 hours.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare.
I mean, that is like bladder busting. And so they didn't arrive on the Friday at all. I think he said they got to their hotel at something like midnight, and then they had to set up in the morning. And the great thing about it was that everybody kind of pitched in to help. So there was people from other, technically rival traders, were helping them move their stuff.
That just speaks volumes about the calibre of most people within this hobby and community. Yes, okay, we all have our little individual rivalries and everything else, but when push does come to shove, people will rally together.
Yeah, so it was quite interesting because all the traders have their own branded trolleys that like this trolley belongs to. And so there was all these people whizzing around with different manufacturers' trolleys with War World Scenics gear on. You could have been forgiven for thinking they were getting ripped off. It's like, oh, thanks for the free stuff. Woohoo! But no, it was really nice to see everybody rally together and help them because when they arrived, you had the clipboard merchants. Oh, yeah, you can't unload there.
No.
So it's like the huge long walk to
I forgot the name of it. Birmingham NEC.
Anything Warnerley.
Warnerley. Can I just say the close down? That it wasn't Warnerley's fault. It was the NEC. An absolute pig fest. It was. I can't swear on this channel, but on my channel I would be rampantly blue. But it was an absolute pig fest. It was a state. People that had been happy and smiling all day were shouting and swearing and angry.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I must admit that, like, the guy directing traffic, I don't know what he thought he was directing, but it wasn't traffic.
No.
And they ended up blocking everybody in, so there was space that nobody could get to because the Muppet had directed cars and blocked off all access.
And we had a little trailer, and we were stuck. And
if you were in that space, you couldn't get out, and it was like people were trying to get in, people trying to get out, nobody could move. And it's like, what are you doing?
Richard Bright says he thought James was going to murder someone. Yes, I saw young James carrying a box. It was quite mixed.
Was young James not feeling quite his chipper self?
Young Master James was quite angry. He almost swore.
I didn't know that he had that in his vocabulary.
James is quite posh, isn't he? He's a good lad.
Oh, right. So it's like, I'm feeling totally gazebo.
Have you seen his beard now? He joined the beard club as James. He was very good with the beard. Very dapper.
All right. Full-on chap.
Yes.
I
want to see Richard Brighton with a beard.
Luke Craig says, "Evening gang." That's a suggestion that you're late.
Evening gang.
Gandalf has phoned in his responses, but
a Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wackens, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
That Gandalf sounds like he's on 45s a day.
It probably is.
Good evening.
It's on the halfling leaf, you see. Yeah. Luke Craig asks, "What are the coaches you're running tonight?" They're actually mostly Hornbeak Gresley coaches, but in Blood and Custard. But then we've also got a rake, which is a mix of Mark 1s and some pair of Thompsons.
Thompson twins, if you will.
Yeah, Thompson porthole stock. 2 Thompsons, 2 Mark 1s. Again, always the same livery. Richard Brighton says, "No chance of me with a beard. The missus has banned it." They can be very abrasive when you go in. When you go into dock, I'm afraid a beard is not as
Did
smooth.
you just say when you go into dock a beard? What are you talking about?
You know, when you're like kissy.
No, I thought he was on a... Okay.
No!
I thought you...
No!
I thought you...
Oh, wait, what is it with men? And like everything is like, it's like, could be legit, could be legit, could be legit. Straight to sexual deviancy.
The thigh chafing's too much for me. My wife loves mine. Yes, well, we know what.
Yes, no, you're absolutely welcome to Ham Shackleton. You share away one time only. No, absolutely fine. John JMC, a guru of sound, says, "My wife loves mine." I tell you what you need to do. What about a porn star tash? Meet the missus halfway and go for a porn star tash, Richard Brighton. And if she's wondering what you'd look like, she should just look no further than looking at that film we did.
I'm just sending you that.
Oh, okay, yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much. Krista Duke says no beards. Well, no. The thing is, I bet better beards than mullets.
Sorry,
But yours is just unkempt.
Look, the unkempt ones, I've not thingied it today. I've not brushed it.
Are you trying to go for like the full ZZ top?
No, I mean
Do you trim it?
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to maintain it, but I've not done it this week. No.
Like, how fast does it grow? Does it grow?
This is about terminal length for me.
So what happens if you leave it? Does it just stay at that length?
Just stays at this length there. Growing a beard is pretty much down to genetics more than anything else.
Right.
And all these manufacturers that produces beard oil and it might as well be snake oil. It doesn't make your beard grow faster.
I've always seen
or
that
thicker,
like
it's
beard
nonsense.
oil, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
why
not-
would
no,
you
no,
want to
no.
oil your beard?
Just
Can
wash
you
it and
imagine
condition
that?
it.
Like, hello, love. Ooh, and you just like slide past them.
I've only ever had beard oil gifted to me. I've never willingly bought beard oil myself.
Leslie Guildford Railway says Craig's beard is a backwards mullet. No, but the thing about a mullet was it was business at the front, party at the back. New Junction says I've no problem with the beard. Never had a problem with the wife. The wives. Oh, yeah, it's like carry your bags, sir. No, let her walk. Retro Ramble says that beard oil is to help keep the beard hydrated and hydrate the skin. Yeah, but you don't hydrate yourself by drinking cooking oil. Surely, if you want to hydrate your beard, then you just like use conditioner. Like
that's what I'll do with mine. That's what mine. Andy Fryer says Craig's beard is very soft, and it is because I just wash it and condition it.
Yeah.
Go on, stroke it.
It's very wiry.
Careful, because there's something in there that'll bite you.
What? I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's kind of wiry. It's like what you'd find at the other end.
Well, yeah. To be fair, it's the same type of hair.
But it's not like because like the hair on his head, that is reasonably soft. But the beard, it's got that more wiry feel.
Yeah.
You know, like
I mean,
you know the area.
It used to have it's like a little bobble in it like that.
A little bobble.
A little bobble. Just
Right. You basically had a top.
You can't see it because it sort of blends in, but if I just expose the chest a bit for some contrast, you can see it.
I can see where it's wiped all your chest hair off. It's like you're completely bald at the top.
No,
like...
I'm not a very hairy chap, which is good because it means I don't end up.
So you've basically concentrated all of your hair into one location.
Pretty much.
Because like you're not going bald on top, right?
No, baldness doesn't run. But I was grey by the time I was 25.
Oh.
So
New Junction says Craig will be sponsored by L'Oreal at this rate, or alternatively,
Maybelline.
little own brand.
Maybelline.
Because you're worthless.
Yes, because I'm worthless. Yes.
SHGP Media says the Monday Club has taken a strange turn. Tonight's topic: how soft is Craig's beard? I'll tell you now, not very.
It's
Right.
not, listen, I'm going to condition it, and I'm going to stroke you with it when it's had a seeing to, and you will see just how soft it actually is.
Oh my word! Sue at Pudham Junction says you can get Christmas decorations specifically to wear in a beard.
Yes, painfully aware of that.
What, like flashing lights
If you look
and
at Tom,
tinsel?
in fact, if you look at Tom Marshall's Facebook page, he was pictured recently wearing some as old.
Was he? Did he do that willingly, or was that under duress for the picture?
Yes, one of those two. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so just finishing off Beard Weekly now. Should we get back to trains?
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of what's next, I would be very surprised if Hornby is not working on a follow-up to Locomotion. Yeah, I saw that picture actually.
There you go. Just to out Tom.
Yeah. Just why don't you show everybody the pictures off his private Facebook
This is on
page?
his normal Bubble Skelly page.
Oh, is it? Oh, in that case, share away. Richard Bright says, I want Craig to wear beard tinsel and have huge baubles. He'll do that on the day that you come in with a huge what do they call it? Van Dyke or something? A Van Dyke. So what is that? Is that porn star Tash and a little...
But if you can do some of it, you can get a French fork, you can separate it in the middle, it looks like a tuppence.
I will, what, a handlebar beard?
Handlebar beard, yeah.
It just looks like you've grown through your moustache. Locomotion 2 suggests Raymond Legs.
Locomotion 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Well, there's also, I think that they'd start to move a little bit further forwards in time. Planet and Patentee would be fairly obvious. And so I would say Planet or Northumberland.
Planet doesn't look very similar to Locomotion, though. Or is it more close to Lion?
Oh, they might go for one of the 222 singles. What was that? Was that the Patentee?
The Duchess 222 with a twin crack.
Not so salty sea dogs as Craig stroking his beard reminds me of Blofeld stroking his cat. So No.
I don't know who that is. Sorry.
Blofeld, Bond villain. Like, so, Mr. Bond, so nice to see you.
Oh, that chap.
Do you not watch James Bond?
I'm not a bondage fan.
For God's sake.
What was I going to Google?
What about Henry VIII beard? Is that where you accidentally have your wives beheaded under the cover of your beard?
Well, you know what a Prince Albert is, don't you? The piercing, the Prince Albert piercing. Do you know what that is? You don't know what a Prince... Okay, I can't tell you on the stream, but a Prince Albert piercing...
Does it involve naughty bits?
It involves more naughty bits and a bolt.
And a bolt. Why would anybody want to do that?
But I think there's one where you can do it with your beard and like connect the two regions together.
Right, right. I don't want details, but why would anybody want to do that?
I didn't invent it. I'm just saying it's the thing.
Yes. Flymer Chairman 1 says, "No, Jenny! Sorry, too late. We went there and regretted it." Right. Okay. I'm trying to talk about trains here. I'm sorry. Does the decor not give away that there's model trains? You know, there's probably some poor 11-year-old watching this. Come on!
What's the Prince Albert? Come on!
Mama, why is he stroking his beard?
Defunded, yes, absolutely.
Yes. Yes, this is what happens when Craig comes round.
I keep getting invited.
Right. No, you invited yourself. I got a message saying, I'm coming over for Monday Club so I can bask in the glory of winning.
Yes, I won the competition, didn't I?
Yes.
Bow before your God.
Yes. Kneel before Zod.
Before Zod.
Yes.
What has this stream turned into? I'm afraid we don't know.
Anarchy.
It's a little bit model railway. It's a little bit random banter.
It is a little bit. What is it? DJ K666 says a friend of mine got into what he thought was a taxi in Vegas, but his driver turned out to be Ron Jeremy.
Oh dear me.
Who's Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy is an adult film star.
So why was he driving a taxi?
Because there is an adult film series which involves taxis, which are not really taxis, and things happen in the back of the taxis. Fake taxis.
But isn't that actually tantamount to being a bit rapey?
No, because it's all pre-organised.
Well, apparently it wasn't, because he got into the taxi.
I don't know if that's what happened with Ron Jeremy, but the other thing is. Anyway, we are really, really going off topic here.
Skipsy Trains, absolutely. Infamy! They've all got it, infamy. Trying tonight. Right, anyway. No, I think, is it...
Planet! That's what I was going to Google.
Was the patentee the 222? Oh, yeah, John JMC, the guru, sounds like... I like trains! Right. Yes. There's a British 060 tank preserved here in Kentucky. Yeah, in LaGrange, isn't it? Raymond Legs. You can actually look at it on Google.
Planet looks very similar to sort of like rocket.
Yeah. Have a look at patentee.
Patentee.
Yeah. Yeah, Richard Brighton says, I like trains.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing, isn't it? Like wood boiler with a long,
but look, it's a 222.
Yes, 222.
222. Yeah, patentee. I think patentee. Richard Knowles. I think the one in LaGrange, Kentucky.
That's very pink, isn't it? On there
is I think it's Robert Stevenson Hawthorne. It looks like the tanks that used to work at there was a power station somewhere near Birmingham. Nick Garolimo says, get back on track. Boom, boom. Okay, Basil.
Basil Brush.
Yes, James Petts. We approve. James Petts has arrived late, I must say.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wackens, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Well,
yes.
So you can get a HR patentee, apparently. Dear Adler, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's Tricks that make that. Yeah, but James Petts, yes, I did play Railroad Tycoon back in the day. And yes, I did remember what the planet was. But the patentee... the thing is that I very rarely played the UK map because it was always a bit boring when all you had was shite locomotives for ages.
We've got Planet for 300 years. Yeah.
Well, no, it's like because there was like Planet, Patentee, and there were garbage locomotives. And there was like can't think what the next one was. But then, if you played 1830s USA, Eastern USA,
you had all sorts
you
of
had
things.
like a Grasshopper was the starting point, and that was garbage. Followed by I think it was the Norris.
At what point did you get the time machine steam train from Back to the Future?
On the 32nd of Never. Raymond Legg says there's a British steelworks that has a bunch of abandoned locos, including a pink S100. All right.
That sounds quite interesting. I'll see if I can find that, Raymond. Let me have a Google.
Yeah, you're gonna
Abandoned pink locomotive. Let's have a look.
A TT1. There will be a TT120 turntable, but you'll have to buy it from a Continental brand. Would be my suspicion. And I'm sure Pico does do one for HOM, which technically is the right gauge, but it's the wrong scale. I would say look for some of the German TT brands. You'll find one there. Leslie Gilpin Railway says the Norris 420s ran on the Birmingham and Gloucester. Good night to you, Caroline Rogers. It says up early for work in the morning.
Oh, that's a rough.
And yes, Vic Freak, I did know that Bachmann did release the D11 named Prince Albert, I think in BR Black.
Quite possibly, Les. Sorry, Jeff. Quite possible, Les. Yes. Scunthorpe.
Anthony says Peachy has one on his layout, Europe, I think. And Richard Brighton suggests you try Tillig. David Newby says Roco for the TT turntable. Anthony Edison,
right
no
TT,
worries.
though?
Well, yeah, TT is TT. It's completely to scale. It's not like this 00 versus HO.
So how come Holby have got TT120 then?
TT120, it's because in the UK in the 60s, Triang had TT 3mm, sometimes referred to as TT3, which is not true to scale, but runs on the same track. And so TT120, I think they wanted to make sure that there was nobody going, oh, this is the wrong size to go with my ancient
TT120 is actually the correct one then?
Yes.
And that matches with everyone else?
And that matches with what everybody else abroad
That's where
is
I've got
doing.
mixed up then.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But yeah, so the Tillig track range actually is brilliant. One of the lets I really want to do is the inset track that they do.
Is that the one that's got the dual scales?
They do dual gauge, but inset tracks, you can have like a cobbled street with the track already in, and they've got all sorts of junction pieces, points, and they're all completely inset, so you don't have to mess
It's like Code
about.
83 though, isn't it? It's a weird code.
Yes, but Code 83 and Code 75 are close enough to make
the problem
very
that is you're
little
not.
difference.
Can you get like adjustment pieces so you can use a little bit of 75 with that?
You can get a translator piece, Pico do Code 75 to Code 100 translator rails.
So you could use a Pico point and save a fortune.
You could do. You could do. I like the Pico bullhead points. They're really
lovely.
nice.
They really are nice. You need a lot of room for them.
Yeah, there is that, yes.
Quite
But
big.
you know, if you're going to make a feature of, say, a shunting layout, actually, I think it was worth the investment. Anthony Addison, you're absolutely welcome. Glad we could hook you up with some ideas of where to look on those. Richard Grutus says, I noticed the sleeper spacing on TT is different on Hornby and Pico. Is the Hornby, the Pico track, though, HOM is the same width, but will have different sleeper spacing. And Cleck Heaton Central says, ask nicely, and maybe someone could solder you up a 75 to 83 adapter. I'll be honest and say I think they're close enough that actually there'll just be a little bit of a bump and it'll be all right. Peter S says Pico do medium radius bullhead points. The range is expanding. And Dave Holloway says the Tillig dual gauge 00009 track is great. A tad expensive, but you get what you pay for, especially with the points. And they are quite complex. I'll tell you that now. Very complex. And that's the other thing I really want to do is I want to do dual 009 and 00. What are you messing about with?
Playing with your car. It looked dirty and I wondered if it was weathered.
Weathered.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, for God. Richard B. Is Richard Brighton headed off?
He is. Goodbye, Mr. Brighton.
Where are you going?
He's going to Foxtrot Oscar.
Are you?
Which you can't
Was
say.
all that talk of Prince Albert got him
I
excited?
think knowing him probably. I was saying.
And beard wax.
Come over all
Oh,
unnecessary.
maybe he's gone upstairs to try and grow his beard. He'll be in front of the mirror going.
You're blowing O-ring doing that. Careful.
So good night to you, Richard
What a
Brighton.
varied conversation we've had this evening. We've covered
Yeah.
everything. It's a great little podcast, is this?
It is, yes, yeah.
It's lovely.
It's weird, isn't it? Like, meanwhile, back on Planet Trains.
Mm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Hornby are working on at least one, maybe even two.
I think Planet,
Yeah, Planet or Patentee, but maybe Northumbria. I think that's another one, because as they get bigger, then they're easier to fit the gubbins into. And Leslie Gilpin Rose, unfortunately, the cupboard monkey has a migraine, so we're not going to be able to show videos tonight, but we'll try and make up for that next week. Ham Shackleton says, it's like a typical club night. Conversations range far and wide. They do, rather. We ramble. Our train of thought is wild. There's nobody at the controls.
The best train adjacent podcast there is. John Penny wants to know if you're doing a Monday Club next week, because it's the 23rd, isn't it? And it's Christmas.
I don't know. We'll put a pin in it. It may be a pre-record. So there will be something go out in that slot, but I suspect it might end up being a pre-record.
Well,
So watch this. Or maybe I'll just put out the awards video.
hey.
Set it as a premiere. So you already know who managed to persuade enough people to vote for him.
I got like 37 votes, but Kyle Humphrey said it don't count if you vote for yourself, so I unvoted for myself and it went down to 37.
Yeah, but New Junction, he gave you a run for your money, though, didn't he?
Oh, no, in fact,
Incidentally, I don't know whether Richard from New Junction had seen the results, but you did come second, a very worthy second. You beat Sam's Trains, who has a lot of fans, and came third. John JMC, our guru of sound, was glad that he got into the top 10, I believe. But as for the other categories, well, you'll have to wait for the video to find out what is the Jenny Kirk choice: a double O gauge locomotive of the year, double O gauge rolling stock of the year, O gauge model of the year, innovation of the year, and other scale model of the year. I think that's everything.
So New Junction got 29 votes. And I noticed all the Acura Scale posse with tactical voting have all voted for you, Mr. New Junction.
Well, why not? And you can't blame him. You can't blame. Oh, interesting. Richard Gruter suggests Catch Me Who Can, the replica at the Severn Valley. Yes, I remember seeing that. SHGP Media says, I would like to thank the one person who voted for me. I am in your debt.
I'm going to thank all 41 people who voted for me.
41, has it gone up?
Yeah, but it doesn't count. So, anyway, Zoe Kirk Robinson, thank you. John JMC, Andy Sawyer, Richard Brighton, Peter Jackson, Ryan Toon, Richard Knowles, Craig Colding, Patrick J. Furlong, Jennifer Horton, Jordan Hunter, Logan Garrett, Gordon Hantanning, Dan Cross, Dan Bateman, Nicole Triome, David Kellett, Glenn Arkwright Scott, Neil Winnington, and Wins 3D, Martin Parkinson, Colin Weaver, Ruben Ashwell, Robert Riddles, Tim Railway.
Can I just say, you got a lot of people in the industry yourself.
Yeah, I don't know if these are
so,
industry
like, you're
people,
saying that New Junction got the Acura Scale posse all turned out.
Simon Carter, Daniel Roberts, Chris Eden Green, I don't know who any of the people, John Spencer, Anthony Roger, I can't pronounce, Wollasthorne, Paul Bottrell, Lloyd Burgess, Krista Duke, Dave Holloway, Nick Beard, Scott Wilson, Dale Williams, Graham Micklop, Robert Hall, Will Tucker, Dion Wollaston.
Oh.
Your checks are in the post. Thank you very much for your voting.
John
guys.
Pinney says, for anyone who's interested, the new Railway Children Return film is on Channel 5 on Christmas Day.
Ooh,
That's right. It's
I've
got,
not
it's got
seen
Jenny
that.
Agata back, but she doesn't flash her knickers at people in this one.
Does she swap her knickers at the
Richard Swiderski, this is the Jenny Kirk Choice Awards. We do it every year at the end of the year. But yeah,
all the
I voted for New Junction because I could see that you were pulling ahead, and I thought, it's like show solidarity.
She prefers you, really, Richard.
Yeah. Well, he brings samples, reviews.
I bring the wind.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you lost my vote last time. You blew one off. Right. But no, I think that the patentee would be a good one.
What's my prize, by the way? What do I win?
You get a crappy little certificate.
Do I have to?
You don't have to have it. Save us printing it. I think
Can I have a locomotive instead?
No.
Can I have that one?
No.
Well,
Oh, no. You're like, I've got...
She had a clear out. She's somehow got more. She had a clear out.
Sorry.
She's somehow got more models now.
I cleared out probably about 8 locomotives and a whole load
12.
of stuff. And I've got back 8 locos plus extras. It's, I mean, like, I got these 2 as well just come through.
They are nice though.
They are actually, yeah.
Take them with the green. Is that missing a number or is it just
Which one?
the 9011?
No, that's like a LNER number, but with an E prefix. Farting in the loft is wrong on another level.
Yes, the highest level actually.
Knockers Lane says, my pet hate those knobbles left on a Pico point tie bars. Cut them off if you're not using baseboard level point motors, etc. They're not needed with underboard point motors. Looks naff on show.
I'll try and cut them.
That's an interesting part. I never thought of that, but yeah, that's good. Dave Holloway says, Craig, ask for one of Jenny's A4s as your prize.
No, just see, this is the thing. I like small to medium steam engines and diesels. Something like a big A4 or
well, you can't have one of my A4s because, like, I haven't got that many.
No, I mean the A4 shelf is actually bowing in the middle a little bit.
It's actually full. It's A4s from end to end. I think it's 28 on there. Yeah.
Was there ever an A5?
Yeah. There is actually an A5. That's an A5.
Oh right, but it doesn't look like that. Okay.
No, but it's the A was the designation by the LNER for anything with a 462 Pacific wheel arrangement.
Right.
So A was a 462, B was a 460, C were 442s, D were 440s, E were 240s, F were something else. I think there were 242s. G was 044.
No one else did this then?
Was 444. J was 060. K was 260. So they're the moguls. And so forth. Like O. So whenever you hear me talking about like an 04 or a Gresley 02 or a Thompson 01, they're 280. They're the consolidation wheel arrangement. The Mikados, the 282s, were the P1 and P2.
It was all those guys that did the prefix then. Everyone
Yeah,
else
Anthnil, absolutely. Jenny needs all of her A4s.
I need them medically.
I need them.
Can I just say,
Richard Swiderski says, if you're selling your CPC Loco, let me know.
What's the CPC?
Let me...
She could actually open a museum up here, seriously. She could, absolutely. There's that many of them.
Where's it gone?
Is there locomotives inside those boxes as well?
Which boxes?
The World War Scenic storage crates.
Yeah, every single one of those has at least one.
Oh my God.
So this is the locomotive he's asking about. I feel like I'm rubbing it in.
I can't see it now, actually.
This is actually...
That's not... What is that?
That's Andrew Barclay.
Is that that's not a diesel, that's lovely, isn't it?
That's the...
Is that the Hattons?
Acura Scale's just bringing one out. There are a few detailed differences across the... that was actually the first to sell out, which was put...
Buffers.
Yeah, it was the first to sell out, and we put that down to the fact that that's the one that I reviewed, and I was so influential that everybody went, oh, we like that, and went and bought it. But that locomotive was the last steam locomotive still working commercially in Trafford Park. And it was being used for shunting CPC, which was Corn Product something or other, United Kingdom, which is now the Cerestar plant, right through into the late 70s, I think. So it was one of those locomotives that gained quite a bit of notoriety for still being used long after most places had moved over to either abandoning rail transport altogether or at least going over to diesel shunters. Or in one case, I think was it Kellogg's used a Unimog to actually shunt wagons.
A Unimog. Wow.
Yeah, they had a Unimog with. Was it a Unimog? No, I think Kellogg's used a tractor.
Well, I've seen them before. Yeah.
But there was somewhere else. I can't remember. It had a Unimog. What other Gronks are you missing, Jenny, for your collection? Says Jordan Hunter. Oh. Well. The one I really want is actually Model Zone did the Liverpool Street Pilot, but it was in Great Eastern Railway, that kind of ultramarine, almost like a purple. Model Zone did that. I don't have that. I've missed out on it about 3 times. I basically watched somebody else buy it in front of me, which is always gutting. That one I need it in my collection. There's also a factory weathered rail blue Gronk that Hornby did. Need to get that. What other ones? They're the ones that spring to mind that I need. I just got a bit of a jolt there off the track. But in terms of this, sorry, the question on this is sorry, I'm not selling it.
I found that since I went to the higher power output of the Aegis system, the track does tend to give up a bit more juice.
Richard Swiderski, I'm afraid that was a roundabout no. Jeff Hammond, Flint Hills Mother Railway says, good evening. I'm not late, honest.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. That's paid for itself.
Gronk Hunter, that would be a good name.
In the biscuits we've saved up here, that's paid for itself. JL Railway says, Jenny, would you ever want a spam cam bullied on the layout to keep? I actually have 2. I have 2 spam cans. I have East Asiatic line, and I've got another one in malachite green. Richard Gruter says, don't test it by licking it. I am not Zap Brannigan. Raymond Legg says, Mecklin 110 and 220 volt model trains where the regulator was 2 industrial bulbs and other industrial components. Yeah, there's back in the days before health and safety was invented, there was some really weird things. Jordan Hunter says, the Class 08 I have is Lauren, but it looks to find beer blue Phantom Gronk at some point. Gronks are great.
I have one Gronk and it's technically a Class 13.
PN Motorsport Games and Train says, I was in Great Eastern Models on Friday, not saying how much I spent. Always the wife watching.
The sausage roll merchants got you, did they, mate? Never mind.
Did they? Oh, were they already on the phone to Greg since you left? We've got plenty of cash now. Bring in the next shipment. Yeah. They're great. Anne and Helen are great. I've actually had some really great deals from them. I've never visited the shop.
No, not me.
But I just ring them up because on their Facebook page they'll list various things, and if you see something you like, just ring them up. I've done a couple of times. I'm actually there's a Class 25. I remember I definitely got from there. I'm sure there's a steam locomotive as well. I have bought stuff over the phone, and it's always a pleasure to deal with them. Raymond Legg says, health and safety ruined all the fun. A fork and an outlet gives your hair an instant makeover.
Yes.
Now, kids, we're not recommending you do that. Also reflows all the fillings in your teeth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh. Yes. No. Shocking. DJ K666 says, I once let rip in the cab of my bus after parking it. I trapped it in there and got the gobby shunter when he came to move the bus with it. Oh, that's cruel but fun. Yes.
Yeah. Probably a bit risky.
Isn't that basically like what do they call that? A cupcake fart, where you leave the enjoyment for somebody else.
Drive by, like in a lift. You drop one before the doors close, and then the next person opens and your fart gets out at the second floor. Horrible. Travel log lifts, brilliant.
Actually, somebody did a drive-by on the lift in the Hilton at Getz.
Oh.
Yeah, those doors opened and it's like...
Always smells warm, doesn't it? Always
Warm and moist.
Why is it warm?
Warm and moist. But no, in terms of other... Like, I'm going to get this back on train and see if it's the last thing I do.
No.
Right, so... Oh, I've just seen, sorry, Retro Rambles. Oh, you naughty, naughty person, Retro Rambles. Where's it gone?
This once farted on the bus and turned around.
Turned round to a woman and say, you dirty son.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, what you do is you just look over at something and look back and David Shaw says, I've just had an email. Mark II Curascale coaches in the warehouse ready for shipping, can't we?
Speaking of shipping, haven't the leaders finally shipped?
Well, yes, they're currently going through.
Have you still got one?
No, I don't. No, that had to go back. It was a loaner. But it's. Do you not think that somebody is completely screwed up on the logistics? In that these have all arrived just in time to miss Christmas. It's what they've actually managed to do.
That's not fantastic.
So New Junction, if you're listening, what's going on? Why have they arrived just in time to miss Christmas? Has nobody told the Chinese the importance of Christmas here? Andy Fryer's Junction says, Craig is a bad influence and we love it. You didn't love it when he drive-byed you in the shop the other night.
That shop was full of cheese.
David Scott Railway says, what about the KLM aircraft from Amsterdam to Mexico City with 100 live pigs in the hold? Had to divert to Bermuda to get some fresh air. Who thought that was... I bet they had to really shampoo that afterwards.
Explosive plane. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Mark Tower says, hi all.
Hey,
sorry, I've just turned up. I'm sorry. Gandalf has phoned in a response to that.
A Monday
What?
clubber is
It's
never
got a
late
stutter.
to the wagons, nor are they early. A Monday
What's going on, Jenny?
Wait,
A Monday
Gandalf.
clubber is
It's a
never
remix
late to
version.
it's gone into the rap business, and I can't stop
Any
him.
interesting call-outs today, Mark? How have things been on the rails? All good? Andy Fryer says that BR Green steam locomotive looks familiar. Yes, it's the one she got from you, mate.
No! Shut up!
She has to strangle Gandalf to silence him. It won't stop playing, will it? What have you done?
It's gone weird on me.
It won't stop playing. It won't stop playing. Where's the scissors gone?
Gandalf is glitching.
Where's the scissors gone? Let's destroy him.
A Monday
Send him back to
A
Mordor.
Monday
It's like the rave version.
It's gone. A Monday what?
How do we disconnect the battery?
Just use scissors.
Do what?
Cut the wire.
Oh, thank God for that. Gandalf, stop it. Bad
Don't press it,
Gandalf.
don't press it
I
again.
wasn't pressing the button.
No,
How?
I mean, don't risk pressing it again. Shut up.
A Monday club.
A Monday club.
It was like Gandalf doing rap.
Monday club. Never late.
Mark Towers, you naughty boy. For that, you're going to have to buy another Monday Club badge. And of course, don't forget... Oh, you haven't had
No,
it.
it's just warm.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
Warm.
I've got your biggest fan down here.
Oh.
There we go.
It's a beard. Go get some beard flowing.
Some-
You might caught in the
Oh, that might be... then you really would be
That's
rapping.
actually really nice, but it's like 4 degrees outside, so it's really cold when I go on.
Yeah.
But this loft gets really warm.
It does. It's nice, isn't
It's
it?
freezing outside. It's warm, Pete.
Yeah, as well. This is what good insulation does for you. Yeah, James Pett. I will talk to the boss about it.
I'm being weighted on hand and foot here. By
Yeah, there you are. You got your biggest fan. Now that you're a winner, there you go.
Champion by 41
Champion.
votes.
Shane Cheney, good morning to you. Sorry I'm being late, but I've been out walking the dog before today's heat of 42 degrees centigrade.
You know, because I won the contest.
Yeah.
Can I have my picture as the Facebook page banner for like a couple of days?
For about a minute or two.
You know, like that. That'll be. Should I do that? Should my face or me smiling be the Monday Club banner for a couple of days? Go on.
Oh no, I don't.
I think they have some sort of prize, don't they, boys and girls? I think so.
Peachy TT 120 says, "Oh, I was at the Palladium on Saturday when Sir Ian McKellen made a special appearance. My daughter cried. Oh no, did she like? It's Gandalf from the Monday Club.
You can have that back now. I don't want it.
Yeah, it's your biggest fan, eh?
Turn it off.
There we go. Right. So when you were like doing all that campaigning to win, you thought there was like a prize or something?
Well, yeah.
No.
Fame has gone to Craig's head already. Yes.
It's gone to his beard, definitely. Yeah. Oh dear. We've broken everybody's experiences of seeing Gandalf in the flesh.
I know.
Oh,
Robo Gandalf.
Did you actually go up to him perhaps afterwards? Like, you know, your autograph. I love listening to you every Monday night on the Monday Club when you tell people they're not late nor are they early. And he'll be like, missed out on royalties, I see. We shall have the account. Let's put this right.
Yeah.
Ah, dear.
Every single episode of the Monday Club for Gandalf.
The McDonald's breakfast burrito, says Raymond Legs, is an inferior item on the menu. You can only taste the egg and cheese. I don't even know what the breakfast burrito is.
Why? What is that like? That sounds like code for something.
You
know when you're meeting a spy and putting, I hear the weather in June is lovely this time every year.
Mark Towers, we will be ordering them soon because we're down to critical stocks on the current. I can't believe. Thank you everybody who's bought them. But also, don't forget, buy your Monday Club wagons. I believe that TMC offer expedited delivery, so there's still time to buy huge handfuls of Monday Club wagons and still get them in time for Christmas. We've got them in O gauge and in double O. The double O is a Daypole rectangle. Yes, the answer is Daypole. And in O gauge, it's again from Daypole, but it is a 5-plank open in Monday Club Coal Society livery. So grab them now before they run out. Flymer Chairman says the Minute Tatters Quarries wagon. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that link. Patrick Ling, what colour badge is next? It'd probably be LMS Crimson Lake is what we're looking to. Andrew Battis says Grain will be inviting you to his. I think I might. Is that meant to be Graham? We'll be inviting you to his YouTube channel for an appearance soon.
Graham.
Oh, Craig. It's predictive text has boned him. The answer is always Daypole, says RG Models 86. Always. So of course we went with Daypole because the price is lower than all three of the previous Monday Club badges. I think they were about like late 30s. This is 1999, or it might even be 1995, but it's around half the price of the previous Monday Club wagons. So definitely is nice one not to miss. Really have you? I haven't actually seen one in person.
Of it, but the rectangles are nice anyway.
Richard Swiderski, if you follow the link to the Minute Tatters Quarry wagon page that Flymo Chairman 1 has posted in the chat, that will get you to the right place. If you want it before Christmas, do pick expedited postage. Maybe have a browse of some of the bargains on the TMC site whilst you're there. You can put them all together in the same order, including that 9F, the Hornby New Tooled 9F, for under £150. Vic Freak says the KR Models leader is in the warehouse. It seems ages since I ordered mine. Good things come to those who wait. Yes. Yeah, it's like them and some of the Acura sale stuff do seem to have arrived at the 11th hour for getting here for Christmas.
Nothing like, last
I
minute.
Suspect some people will get them in time for Christmas, but it's they'll be going through orders for in order.
Mark, you won't. I'm not at work, mate.
Patrick Ling says, I bought 3 wagons. Boom!
Ooh.
Thank you
Should I buy
so
2? And have
Why not buy 3? Have 1 weathered, 1 mint in the box,
well, I've
and
got
1 for
3
pissing about.
bricks and 2 just sit in the drawer breaking.
They break just by existing. I'm sorry, it has to be said. Yes, it wasn't by design. It's just like, Richard Swiderski says, the Crimson Badge, Jenny.
What sounds ominous.
It does.
The Crimson Badge. Jenny, the Crimson
That sounds like a bunch of hoods. It's like, we wear the Crimson Badge as we mug you for all your grunks. John James C, the Guru of Sound, says, I've just got a weathered Class 20 from TMC. Check your phone, Craig. Oh, what's he done? What sounds has he put on it?
Did they send it you or did you buy it, John? I want a free Class 20.
He'll have had to buy that because he doesn't work for TMC or whatever. He works for a rival.
He works for a rival.
A rival.
Yeah, that's not bad actually. But...
Yeah. John Pinney says, "Hi Charlie Chip. I think they may be behind. We had something delivered yesterday. Has anyone else not had any Royal Mail post for ages and waiting like a lemon on a few things? It has been very sporadic here. Warbler Production says, I have 2 of each of the wagons, 1 to run, 1 to get the box signed to increase the value. I think you'll find the unsigned one's probably worth more.
And
can I just say, actually, I'm just going to grab it. But I've just noticed that...
Careful.
There are some more William Loud PAL bricks, because I've just discovered there's 2 sat on a shelf up there. So if anybody's wondering... Not the last one, but the one before. I thought it was nice fun. This is where we developed all the backstory.
The problem with them is nothing of your input or KR's input was a problem with it. It was the factory inside.
Yeah, the factory.
They really did screw them over. Really hard.
Actually, I've got all of them up here. Oh, there's the Rapido one. There's an Acura scale one.
I think the nicest one's the Rapido one. I think that is lovely.
The Rapido one was very, very nice. And if Andy from Rapido is watching, thank you really so much for doing that.
It is nice.
And I think it was Corbs did the artwork, I think. Yeah. And it's really fun. And the guys at Rapido said that they had fun designing it as well. JL Railway says, "Oh, Jenny, how much are they?" Well, they're kind of my personal stash. Now, there might... wait a minute. There is one at Sawyer Models. If it hasn't been sold, there is one of those PAL bricks at Sawyer Models for sale. So what I would suggest is look up Sawyer Models and give them a call tomorrow if that's one that's a must-have for you. I don't know, it's Andy Fry's Junction. He is still in the chat.
Andy should still be about. Yeah, Andy, have you still got that PAL brick, mate?
Yeah, so hook you up with people. Yeah, JL Railways is interested in that PAL brick. Mark Tower says, still at Sawyer's. Andy, if you're there, go on, hook up with JL Railways. Let him know how to get hold of that, and if he gives you a ring in the morning, then I'm sure you can sort something out.
If Andy hasn't still got it and you want one, I have 2 spare, and I could be convinced to part with one if Andy doesn't have one.
Yeah.
I don't have a box for one though.
Andy Fryers Junction says it's on our website. So there you go.
There you go. Look.
Have a look at the Sawyer Models website. Have a hunt around. Find it. Buy it. Love it. And thank you so much for your support. Interesting. Jordan Hunter says, I've just noticed there's a slight difference in height between the NEM pocket couplers on the Monday Club tank wagon and my Class 08.
Yeah.
I think that might be a Daypole thing. J. Paul Anderson, unfortunately Zoe came down with a really bad migraine, so she'll be in a darkened room somewhere. JL Railway says, proper, I'll have a look. They do come up occasionally second hand.
It's a lovely model, but you do need to go over it with the glue.
Yeah, and like give it a little helping hand, because I think the family was the factory was allergic to using glue.
That's the whole thing I'd say. Just go over things with a little bit of PVA on the right.
Thank you so much, Flymo Chen. Well, that's the current one there. And also there's an O gauge one. And Mark Towers, of course, we can say hello to Emily. Hello, Emily. How you doing? So there you are. Right, do what your dad tells you. Don't mess him about.
Give him a slap, Emily.
Yeah.
Shut up.
If in doubt, a swift sharp kick to the nether reasons. I think she was coming down unwell before you let rip.
Absolutely. I don't think it helped. But...
The old anal announcement came later. I think she escaped that.
Anal velocity.
Yeah, it was silent but violent. Actually, it wasn't silent.
It was squeaky and leaky.
The surprisingly moist fart.
Squeaky.
Will you stop leaning forward? It's like you're going. I need to get one out.
It's 9 o'clock.
Is it?
It's 9:57, 8:57.
Valleys 56XX says, I got the first Monday Club wagon from Brian at 247 Developments in a show early this year. Oh, wow.
Why does New Junction want to get me a Solero?
Get Craig a Solero. I don't know, maybe...
The ice cream, they are lovely though, aren't they, than Solero?
Yeah. The only thing is, it will make you erupt like Vesuvius on a Roman morning.
I'm not so bad with a little bit of ice cream.
Time to go, folks, as Dave Scott Railways. New Junction says, you look hot.
I know, mate.
So anyway, it's as always the teapot of time is sloshing low on the elixir of the moment.
What?
I don't know. I'm talking rubbish.
What? Say what?
Oh right, Mark Tower says Emily has just slapped my bald head because Craig said.
Well done, Emily. Well done, love. Yeah.
Good work, Emily. Good kid.
Who says we're not influencers? Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The thing is, can I just say, when all the troll go, oh, call themselves influencers. Oh, how arrogant! It's like I hate the word influencer as well.
It makes me feel dirty.
It's like oh. It doesn't. It feels like you've sold your soul.
Images of a teenage idiot talking to goppy microphones on TikTok, going,
Hey guys.
Hi guys, I got my crypto pump and dump scheme up and running. I'm gonna get you all to buy it.
Members only area.
Yeah. We'll have a special private chat on Sundays, and I'll hit you all up for money. Hi guys.
horrible.
Right.
Anyway,
Mixed Train says I'm very late. Sorry. We would fire up Gandalf, but we're not.
Gandalf's had a stroke.
We're not sure we can get him to stop.
He might not see the dawn.
So look, you guys take very great care of yourself. It's been fun actually.
It's always fun.
We've not really talked much about trains.
Model railway adjacent.
Adjacent, yeah. When we say adjacent, it's like when people in who were in Peterborough call their house London adjacent to bump the price.
The train of time is leaving the platform of life. There we are.
Platform of destiny. Don't push, you might fall.
And the signals are all set to green.
Are they? Alright, green with envy. So look, you guys take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Bye for now. The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey.
Riggedy.
There we go. Thanks oh my word, thank you so much Simon Pitcher. You are incredibly generous. Thank you, donating $9.99 on the super duper chat. That is incredibly generous of you. This is a great show, guys. Oh, thank you. And thank you for all those great locos that you sent in. And like we said before, you've probably been seeing your Class 27 and Class 16 doing the rounds.
Rolling around.
And actually your Ginty's here as well. We've just been getting that running before. So thank you so much for your generosity. JL Railways is Craig just asking what was the make of the wagon.
The wagon is a KR Models PAL brick wagon, mate. That's what the money
it's KR Models PAL brick.
PALBRICK.
If you have any difficulty, then
call Andy in the morning.
Call
if you can't
Andy.
Find it, he will help you. He's very helpful.
He will do.
He will
absolutely. So look, you guys take great care of yourself. Happy modelling, and let's fire up the trains.
If you want to hear my review tomorrow, guys, 8 o'clock in the morning, you'll be hearing about my experience with the Homebeat Locomotion 1.
I don't know why, but
no, that's not it. That's definitely not Locomotion 1. Has that got the default? What speakers in that?
Oh, that's just the standard small enclosure.
Yours sounds a lot meatier than mine does.
What, the 20?
Yeah, I've got the exact. Mine sounds like really tinny. Yeah. And I've got the same. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's tucked away in the loft.
I don't know.
John James C, yes it is, but it's maybe not what you're thinking. It's, you know, I've tried to be fair with it, mate. As fair as it can be. Yes, and it is featuring Kylie as well. Kylie does feature in the video. Good night, guys. I'll see you all very soon.
Yeah, you get your romper suit on. Don't forget your wagons.
Oh.
Find out how to transport these babies safely.
Oh, that's the 47 sound.
Yeah, the horn doesn't sound right.
It always sounds. It sounds like they've got it from Bobo the Clown. So there we go. Always a pleasure having Craig. Well, tumble of clouds. Happy birthday, Flymo Chairman 1. For anybody wondering, that's 9 sound locomotives. I've just turned the sound on, and it's only added about 0.4 of an amp to the draw on the layout. So anybody worried that having lots of sound locos taxes your layout. Actually, it's not a huge increase in power consumption. Peter S is a percentage. That's an increase from 2.1 amps to 2.5. And yes, Ham Shackleton, that is exactly how I know. Oh, the cranes there, the Bachmann breakdown cranes that they did some years back in Great Western black and Southern Railway black. So I think they're on this angle. So yeah, they're just two of the Bachmann breakdown cranes. You're welcome. So we're going to wind down now. It's been absolutely great having your company. And yes, Robert Nisbet, the Bachmann cranes are amazing. If you can find them at the right price, they are really worth having. I was lucky enough to get both of those when TMC, the Model Centre, had a sale, and they were at something like 55% off the RRP. It would have been absolutely rude not to get them. So the teapot of time sloshes forth the last of the liquid of inevitability, and here we are at the end of the night. I'm going to go and check up on the cupboard monkey, make sure that she's all right. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a really great night, and really enjoyed having your company. So until next time, you guys take great care of yourself. Happy modelling, and bye for now.